Hello everyone, my name is Disra and welcome back to my Hero of the Empire campaign. So, wouldn't you know it, the battlefield that I really wish didn't have a gigantic hill in the middle of it, has a gigantic hill in the middle of it. Although, it wasn't as bad as I dreaded when I actually saw this thumbnail before I entered the battle. But hey, yeah, this is gonna make it a bit tricky. Or it's gonna be awesome. I really don't know, because yes, this is a good position for artillery, but I'll also point out stuff like this. Not really the best position for two reasons. One, it's on the reverse slope, right there, so I don't know if I actually will be able to shoot over it. And secondly, also this in the way, and I actually don't know if I will be able to shoot through that or not. So that's gonna be interesting to see. It's kind of the same thing here. So the plan is basically to rush forward this line and take up something like this, a position something like that, yeah, and have these guys move up and take this hill. That should be a fantastic spot for them. And this little contingent here is to basically hold this flank, and if this flank isn't attacked, then it's to do some flanking of its own. So that is the plan, this is the battlefield, and let's see how well this works out.
The men are ready to attack, sir.
And am I seriously out of range? No, I'm not. I'm not actually. Let's just hold off. Well, actually, in this mod, I really don't have to think too much about friendly fire, because the artillery is quite good about that. Oh yeah, and also give the rest of the orders, police. What am I hitting? Expeditionary force. Okay. Oh, and the wooden cannons that I really have to fear. Although they can do damage. They definitely can do damage if they actually hit anything. And did I? Yes, I did. Guard mode enabled. Good. Oh. Yeah. Bit unrealistic in terms of how much damage it actually can do. But hey. I'm not gonna go around and complain about artillery being too effective when I have this monster of a battery. How many kills are you up to? Well, not that much. Probably due to the fact that these guys are, well, one far away and two in the middle of a forest. Doing quite a bit of damage there. What do we have in terms of artillery? I forgot what you actually did have. Light guns? Yeah, that's pretty deadly. Well, pretty deadly. I say it's okay. It's nothing amazing. And of course the wooden cannons, which are somewhere. And oh, there we go. Light guns, and wooden cannons. Oh, yeah, you do have some artillery. I'll give you that. Maybe I should even pull back here. I don't know. Yeah. Would you look at that? I'm just firing straight into this little cup of threes? Yes, of trees. I can English, I definitely can. I've English for several years, don't you know? Yeah, this seems to be a pretty good position after all. I don't think I'm gonna be moving from this one. Oh, that was a really good one. Oh, not in line of sight? Well, let's try to fix that, shall we? Anything coming around here? I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, they are not doing that. So let's try to flank out them instead. Instead of having to worry about me getting outflanked. And I can actually hit some stuff. Amazing. Look at this. They're getting so destroyed currently. But what I will have to do is either target firing these guys, or well, actually I'm gonna try that first. But I also probably need to move up with this line and take them out that way. That's probably the easiest way to actually take care of them. Although there are a few other units I would like to route first before that happens. Well, I guess you are just simply not gonna fire if I give you a direct order like that. So that probably means that he can't be hit. Fair enough. Although it is getting fired upon, although I think that is mostly from the howitzers actually. I will also point out that they are kind of firing over their own line there. I don't know how good of an idea that is. Also Mashlock actually, lol. Still using that. That's almost embarrassing. What kind of unit is this? Expeditionary Force? Yeah, and in the tree line. I definitely need... Well, 3 units seems good to actually deal with that. I can even count a battery now. Oh, and apparently these guys really hate artillery because they're favoring just from a tiny bit of damage. 18 of the men have died, which I guess is 10% of the units. That's true. Yeah, well, I guess it kinda makes sense if it all happened at once, which I don't think it did. Maybe they just don't have that much of a morale pool to start off with. So fair enough. I'm not gonna hop on them too much. And let's see if 3 units is enough to deal with 1. Maybe I'll have to push into the trees here and kind of be equal in that respect. Yeah, not a lot of shots actually hitting. Also, I think it's I think we're done targeting units. Infantry units, that is. Yeah, we're done just targeting anything. We're done targeting infantry units, and let's move over to counter battery action. There we go. And sure, let's do the same with you. Yeah, you've barely taken any damage. So I'm actually gonna push up here. And apparently someone didn't get the memo that you're supposed to be firing at the enemy artillery. Oh well. It seems that the artillery already doing their job is doing a pretty good job. Let's see. How does this work out for you? Or for me, I should say. Better. Yeah, definitely better. Good. Good. And should I just charge you? I could try. Probably not going to reach them in time before they actually break. But I guess that's kind of what I'm doing here. Just getting them all to rout. And, well, it's getting closer. I basically routed everything that isn't artillery. And maybe a general unit. Although I can't see any general units. Did I route all of them? Apparently I did, and now I routed everything. Good. So I'm gonna say, feel free to kill anything. Oh, they actually came back from routing. If any of them actually were routing. And it crashed again. Hooray! Let's do that all over again, shall we? Well, actually, I think this recording is still going. I'm actually just gonna play the battle over again, and we're just gonna cut. We're just gonna cut to that, so you don't actually have to see all of this again, because this battle is basically over. So see you after the fact, after the second battle. Well, as in typical Total War fashion, the second battle went very badly compared to the first one, and this is the one that counts. So, hooray. Well, it didn't go that badly, but look at these numbers of remaining men, and you can see that something definitely happened here. Yeah, I tried to do the battle a bit more smart, and then of course it went not that well. That's the short answer. And my artillery didn't really get to be that effective at all. 154 with the best one. I am fairly certain that is a lot worse than in the first battle, but at least we did win and we did beat back this invasion. And here's a second one right behind it. Oh joy. Well, hopefully I'll get some better I'll get some better freaking territory? What am I talking about? Terrain. That's what I'm trying to say. Well, so I think we did determine that I did everything besides fighting that battle that turn. So I think I'm gonna trust myself and end the turn right here. And not be too paranoid about it. I do have a tendency to be just that. Nice, nice. You really want to be a pain in the backside. Speaking of that, let me guess. Oh, you're actually not going to be bombarding that poor port. But that port is definitely going to get bombarded. And he did absolutely no damage because my trade income, well, my income, which trade income is a part of, is still up. Although that did some damage. Railway, oh yeah, the railway sabotage, not only just blocked. Oh, Taketori. Oh yeah, that's of course that army. And I can't reach it. Hooray. Will that be enough? It should be enough to take care of that. And even if it isn't, then it doesn't really matter if I had lost that battle in terms of the safety of Harima. Fit for command, sure. Let's get another general, although that surely pissed off some of my existing generals. Let's see about that. Well, I guess I have enough. Yeah, they already have enough loyalty. Upstart generals, -2, -3. Oh, and yeah, I guess you can get... I do have another one that I haven't given anyone, right? Untrue, actually. But this guy just sits back at my capital and is surely not going to be able to do anything, while his twin brother, apparently, although I am his family, is doing quite well for himself. But, well, I guess if this guy actually levels up, then I'll give him the comptroller role. So I actually get some more use out of that. I guess his first assignment can be to take care of that remaining army. Of course, that depends on if that enemy army, that is, cooperates or not. Let's separate that, because I definitely don't need that much artillery. Let's get this repaired. Arsenal. Well, I do have the money for it, so sure, let's go ahead. Also, let's start recruiting infantry here. Not amazing infantry, but definitely acceptable. Adequate. I may have to fight this battle as well. Well, I don't have to, but I worry that I'm going to lose a unit or two. For example, this one. Oh well. And I actually didn't. So that's good. So that is that threat dealt with. And actually, what I could do is push north and help out. But no, I don't think that's what I want to do. What I want to do is capture Kyoto. So let's do that. Let's take at least 2 of these armies and do just that. And then we are very close to actually winning all of this. You didn't try to break out, so Should I just continue the siege? Or should I break it and try to... Try to scare these guys off. I'm gonna do that. And when I now re-siege... Yeah, now this is very, very much auto-resolvable. So let's do that. And there we have it. Repair that. And that is all of my money gone. Oh well. And surely a bombardment incoming very, very soon. So what are we looking at now? We should be looking at 4 more provinces. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, for example. Actually, I should probably be preparing for the conquest of Tokyo or Edo. Yeah. How am I gonna do this? Well, I'm definitely gonna take Tango. And maybe Tamba, just to link up these territories. And I guess if I just head this way, I could have my daimyo join the conquest of Kyoto, and maybe at the same time have the rest of the units, the rest of these armies sent eastward. I don't know. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch either, and be too confident that this is gonna go smoothly. That's quite dangerous, in my experience. But anyway, let's take care of this army and just kill it off completely. Good. How we're looking in terms of happiness? They are really, really unhappy because they're 100% pro Shogun. Well, I guess we'll need to forcibly make them accept us. Okay, I can't. I can, but I don't have the money. Same. Okay then. What about you? Ah, same thing. That's not a shock at all. How are we looking in terms of... looking quite good. That's nice to hear. So many ships I would have to just bash my face into in order to get through all of them. Oh yeah, speaking of ships that need to be dealt with, or I guess fleet that needs to be dealt with. Okay, let's do this. That, and that. And then we'll have these guys move, we'll try to catch them. There we go. And that should be within range, right? Yes. Okay, and just to make sure, although I really think we have enough to do this, do that, and deliver to Kudogura. And finally, that pesky, pesky navy is destroyed. Okay, let's head into port, and we do have enough money, in fact, to be able to completely repair that. So what do I do here? Maybe I just gather up to full stacks right now, and just prepare them for an invasion. And maybe load up this guy, and also this guy. Although, yeah, I also need Kyoto. This is tricky. As tempting as Tango is right now, I think I'm gonna have my daimyo move towards Tamba, and then join the assault on Kyoto. And I don't know. This is a tough decision. Okay, I'll have these two armies moved on to a fleet, or 2 fleets, and sent over here. And at the same time, I will take my daimyo and push towards Kyoto, and have him be joined by Maybe that army, and maybe this army. So I just had to build up those 3 armies, and that should be enough. Of course, that means a few more turns of just pumping out good units. By the way, 3 more turns, okay. Oh yeah, by the way, I can build revolver cavalry now, although I don't think I'm gonna do that. And what did I set you on recruitment for? Oh, you're just continuing down that line. I don't need that much money. Well, it's always nice, but I really don't need it. That doesn't matter right now. I could just head down this. Although it doesn't really give me any decent bonus until this stage. And then it's only a slight bonus. That is always good, but I would have to go through this one first. Yeah, sure. It's going to take 7 turns, so it's not that bad. This also takes 7 turns, and I think the effective is maybe better. I don't know, that's debatable. Let's just go for straight up clan-wide happiness, because that is... it's good to have people not rebel against you, in my experience. So, how are you going? 1 more turn, and then they are ready to destroy, or be destroyed, depending on if they're up against too many ships or not. So tempting, but that just completely opens me up to, well, exactly what I have just cleared. Man, are those raids annoying. Yeah, they're still being repaired. Good. Oh, did I not? Apparently I didn't put them on repair. That was weird. Why didn't that happen? I thought I did. Oh well, surely a misclick. Or me not clicking something, I guess. Anyway, that has been a lot of me just debating stuff. So I think it is time to end that turn. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, that means 1 more turn of delay before I get that fleet. Because of that silly raid. And, oh, speaking of silly, what are you trying to do? This would almost be funny. Just show this battle and see how outmatched they are. And how brutal a... an attack on such a heavily guarded town can be in Fort Samurai. But I'm not gonna bother just because of the auto-solve and the fact that yeah, I wanted this campaign to be done, and well, if you haven't figured it out, this has really gone on for a lot longer than I thought it would. Basically because the Shogunate faction is doing a lot better of a job than than they did, than the Imperials did, pretty much. Meaning that I am almost the only Imperial faction, and certainly the only Imperial faction who actually is capable of doing anything. Anyway, I'm not gonna bother fighting this, and this might result in me losing this. Although it didn't, thankfully. But it's so heavily damaged. Hopefully we did destroy a few ships, and I think we did. At least that's something. But are you now gonna follow up and do... No, you're just gonna bombard. Yeah, I haven't seen that done before. Not at all. Are you gonna... Nope. Nope. Yeah, this is fun. Fun and engaging game mechanics. Oh, another battle, and that might be just what breaks me. Or breaks this fleet, I should say. Or maybe not. Maybe I can actually get rid of some of those ships. Please. Please. Well, now I have nothing blockading this strait, pretty much. It's just about destroyed. And maybe even these guys try to initiate the battle. Or maybe they are just... Oh? Yes, okay. Yeah, this is surely what completely destroys his navy. And indeed. Which means that once again, the gates are open. And Matsumai are sure to try to exploit that. Although I do have a very strong navy on its way. Although if I will be able to get her in turn, I don't know. Mounting and rest in Harima, probably because of some people raiding, and that, as I said, that paused the construction of my navy, which I really hate. God damn it. And also these guys are fleeing. Will I be able to catch them? I should be. And I definitely am. Oh, it's just a daimyo remaining. One guy. So one guy went in. That's funny, just a mental image of that. Like one guy just riding in on a horse with his revolver, shooting a few shots and then running away again, and it just all naval construction stopping on the spot. Like the most effective general ever, or most effective single guy ever. I'm fairly certain you need to have an army in order to call yourself a general. Anyway, this was masterfully defended by superior numbers. Well, I guess that was tactically sound of them. They damaged the citadel, which means that construction is halted for the time being. That's kind of the theme, apparently. Anyway, oh yeah, there we go. They exploit that immediately. What was yes, this fleet. Actually, we do have this fleet, which can kind of block off this. So they can't get any further as of right now. Unless they have stronger ships than this, which is definitely a possibility. Also, apparently I need more ships. So let's just queue up ships. Jeez. I thought we were done. I thought we were just about done. Yeah. A man can dream, but the reality can strike him back, strike him down. Yeah, I'm still gonna hold this position. Although it's really tempting to scare these guys away. Well, it's not difficult to scare them away, I guess. So let's do just that. Although they are surely gonna return immediately. And just do it all over again. Okay, what is your zone? It's like that. So I'll do this, and then we're good. Yeah, you can't get past that. That's impossible, my lord. Bombardment. Oh, quite a few places actually. But I know that place. Oh, that's looking quite bad there. I'll repair all of that. I do have the money. Yeah, this is how important the navy is in For the Samurai. And I have seen that that Smart Donkey, once again, has learned that lesson. You do want a strong navy to be able to keep raids like that from happening. Because dealing with all of that stuff is not fun. Yeah, let's just send this guy over towards Edo immediately. Well, not immediately, as soon as possible. So I'll just have him wait here. This guy, sure, send you towards that. That's going to take a few turns before he actually reaches. Oh well, yeah, I think we're at the end of this part, and hopefully we're gonna get even closer to actually finishing this thing in the next part. So I thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next part. Goodbye.